Yesterday we were discussing few people from the history of computing. We started our talk yesterday by seeing few lines from Pampa. I think I will go back to start today's teaching. Pampa, as I was saying yesterday, was interested to interpret the story of Mahabharata, what I was telling you. He had taken an oath that he will make his protector's name. He was in the court of King Arikesara, Rashtrakuta dynasty. He took a decision before starting writing that he will write the Mahabharata in such a way that people should remember his king's name forever, Arikesara's name. That is why he equaled his king Arikesara with Arjuna and started writing. He very proudly says he finished his work within 6 months. But what happened while he started writing was, after a period of time, as a writer, his entire sympathy was about Karna. He wanted to glorify Arjuna, writing Mahabharata. But suddenly his loyalty shifted towards Karna. And he makes a statement somewhere in between. Karna Rasayana Malte Bharata. What is Mahabharata but the story of Karna? Why I am remembering this episode is because it often happens that there will be one straight narrative. We don't want to see the other sides. We want to be in that straight narrative. But along the human history, wherever you see, there will be these side tracks. The mainstream wants to forget the side tracks, but somehow they will remain. You take any cultures in this world, the subcultures exist, which the main cultures do not want to acknowledge. What Pampa faced, after a period of time, there was one more big poet in Kannada, Ranna. He also wanted to write Mahabharata. He wrote his own Mahabharata. People from Karnataka, they know. We are very proud about that word. But Sahasa Bhima Vijayam, also called Gada Yuddha. His hero there was Bhima. But unfortunately, again what happened was, Ranna started sympathizing Duryodhana. I come from coastal region of Karnataka, where there is a form of art called as Yakshagana. In Yakshagana, this Gada Yuddha is a very favorite episode. There is this performer called as Chittani Ramchandra Hegde. Before the people of Karnataka gave the title of Natasarvabhauma to Baba Rajkumar, we had already given the title of Natasarvabhauma to Chittani Ramchandra Hegde. He is still there. Even today he plays the role of Duryodhana. In the opening scene, he comes and talks for 1 hour as Duryodhana. And everybody will clap. Oh, what a great game. Vyasa in his original Mahabharata had said there are 4 villains in Mahabharata. 4 villains. Duryodhana, Dushyasana, Shakuni and Karna. But subsequently what has happened is, these writers of rich caliber, they have come and they have glorified those roles. It happens every day. So if you take any culture, this kind of stories exist. Christianity itself was actually a revolt against some orthodox practices followed at a particular point of time in history. After that, what happened? The Catholic Christianism became the mainstream and everything else became a sub-story. For example, today, nobody may remember the name John Calvin and Calvinism, who did great reformation in the church. Or for example, take Islam. The mainstream Islam does not want to even acknowledge that there is something called as culture of this land. We have so many subtexts. Some authors of pop, I call him pop author. He recently wrote one book, 9 Lives. Not that, 9 Lives. He has counted 9 different spiritual traditions in India. I hate these people who come from outside and simply roam around in India for 3 months and write one big book on Indian culture. I really hate such people. Well, this guy is today a celebrity, so I don't want to even take his name because who knows, I may be sued in court and all. Very powerful guy. He was in the Jaipur literary fest and all. Vaitek Bengalis, all these people. He wrote one book, I have taken the name, books, 9 Lives. Anyway, in this land such subjects exist for a long time. If you see Jainism, Buddhism, they revolted against the orthodox practices in Vedic traditions. There is Shakta, Kapalika, there is Agora tradition, there is Kaumari tradition. There are so many traditions in this country. In fact, one of my aim while roaming in Bengal, and I like going to Bengal every year. One of my aims to go to Bengal and then from there to Bengal to Assam is always to track this Shakta tradition which is still present. In fact, in Guwahati, there is this Kamakya temple, which is the only last surviving temple of Shakta tradition in India. Have you been there? It's a very nice place. More than nice, it's very scary.